Hey, what's going on, guys? PK here. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about what surf fishing rods I use and what fishing reel I use to catch red-tailed surf perch. I get a lot of questions about rods and reel I use for surf fishing from time to time. So I did a video like this before, but apparently the questions keep on coming. So I'll just keep on doing these surf rod reviews, not reviews, but recommendations on what to use for surf fishing. Okay, so the first rod we'll talk about is this is a surf rod that's sent to me from June from More Than Fishing. I want to thank June for sending it to me. It's a really good rod. This is the Alon surf rod, and the Alon surf rod, it is for heavier gear. It is rated up to, I believe, 2 ounce. But you can probably toss a 3 ounce without any problem. And I used this to toss 2 ounce a couple of days ago in the surf, and it worked really well. This is a 10-foot rod, and this rod is tailored towards striped bass. But of course, you can still use it for redtail. The thing about the Alon surf rod is that, like I said, it's a little stiffer. It kind of reminds me of the Akuma Rockaway surf rods. It's just a really nice rod. It's got forward-facing guides, and it's very, very light, very sensitive. It casts like a country mile. It's a very good surf rod. And for these rods, I will put a link in the video description. So if you want to check it out, just click on the links. But there it is. Sorry, the light in here doesn't do it justice, but there's a good look at it right there. So this is just a really nice rod that I'm glad to add to my arsenal, because if I want to use heavier gear, this is the rod that I'm going to use. So once again, a Alon surf rod from More Than Fishing. Okay. The next rod I'm going to talk about is the Akuma Sililo. This is a widely available rod. It's actually a salmon rod, and it's very, very light. And this is rated for ½ ounce. Now, don't let it fool you. I actually tossed 2 ounce without any problem. It hasn't break on me yet, but it's just a really good rod for tossing up to a 2 ounce. I tried to use a 3 ounce. It just doesn't feel like it's going to take it. So, Akuma Sililo, this is a 9.5 foot salmon rod. It's a 2-piece spinning rod, and I use this a lot for surf fishing. Okay, so the next rod we'll talk about is the Cabela's Fish Eagle. This is a newer version, and the thing about this rod, it is a 10-foot, and the guides are really small, starting from the top part of the rod. As you can see there, the guides are almost kind of like a casting rod, like a bass rod. Okay, but if you're tying like a double uni knot like me, you're probably thinking, well, it probably won't, the knot won't slide through there very well. But actually, it does. The double uni knot, you can see, where's it at? Right here. There's a double uni right there. It goes through those tiny guides without any problem. So, Fish Eagle, Cabela's. So sorry, it's not Cabela's. Before it was a Cabela's, I guess. Bass Pro Shop. Sorry about that. Bass Pro Shop Fish Eagle. 10-foot rod, rated up to ½ ounce. But again, you can toss a 2 ounce without any problem. And I don't think I would toss a 3 ounce, because I know a lot of people I fish with, they like to use a 3 ounce. So this rod probably won't support it. Now, I should say that these are not traditional surf rods, with the exception of the Alon surf rod. This is actually a salmon rod, but it works really well for surf fishing for red-tailed surf perch. Okay, so for the last rod that I use, this is my go-to, probably the best surf rod that I found for redtail. This rod, I've used this for many, many, many years. Since around 2015, 2016. I really like this rod. This is a 10-foot Cabela's 20 trail, and I love this rod, man. I can't say that enough. It casts a country mile. Very light, very sensitive, and it's probably the rod that I use the most for surf fishing because it's just a really great rod. And the reel seat is also really nice. I really like it. It's got a rubbery handle here at the top, and with a kind of little hump for better grip. I just really like this rod, guys. It's I love it. Cabela's Torrent Trail. Now this rod is 10 foot. It is rated for 2 ounce, up to 2 ounce, and I've tossed a 3 ounce without any problem. But normally I just stick with a 2 ounce. So the thing with the Torrent Trail is it is discontinued, unfortunately. I knew it was going to be discontinued a while back, so I bought several, and I have 2 more for backup. That's how much I like it. I really like them. I wish they would make it again, but the closest one to the Torrent Trail is the one we just looked at, which is the Fish Eagle. The Fish Eagle does have a 10 foot 2 ounce as well. This is a 1 ounce. So you want to make sure, like, if you pick one up for surf fishing, pick up the Fish Eagle, get the 2 ounce version, because that's going to work a lot better. It's going to be very similar to the Torrent Trail. In fact, I might get the 2 ounce version, and it's kind of, you know, just have it as another backup. Okay, so the thing with these surf rods, you probably notice a theme is I stick with 10 foot. I feel 10 foot is the perfect length for surf fishing. It casts very far, and you can keep your line out of the water, off the water, above the water. And they're not very expensive. Most surf rods, you know, when you get to like surf rods, it gets real expensive. So the salmon rods, they're not that expensive at all. Especially the Sililo. The Sililo, it comes in about $50 to $55 depending on where you buy it. It's a really great rod, guys. Again, even though it's rated for ½ ounce, I have no trouble fishing using a 2 ounce weight. I've cast it, you know, many times. I've used it for many years. It has not break on me yet. So Okuma Sililo is the one I recommend if you're looking for a good all-around surf rod. And I can't remember if they make a 2 ounce version or not. But if I were to buy it over again, I would just get the ½ ounce. This is a medium light, so it's very sensitive. It casts very far. You know, it's within most people's budget. So Okuma Sililo, that's one I recommend. And as I've told people many times before, the length of the rod doesn't really matter. When people ask me what rod I should use, I always just say, you know, I guess it's cliche, but use a rod that's most comfortable to you. I've caught red tails, you know, using a 3 foot kid's rod. Okay, they're not very far out in the water. You know, when you're surf fishing, they're actually very, very close. You know, within 20, 30 feet. The reason I use these 10 foot rod is because, you know, it just lets me cast far and I cover more water. And as we all know with fishing, the more water you cover, the more bites you get. Just simple as that. So if you are just starting off surf fishing and you have like your bass rod, trout rod laying around, use that first. See how you like it. And you know, you can adjust later if you think, okay, it's too short or it's too long, whatever. Just it's too short, buy a longer rod. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about the reels. Okay, for my reels, I'm a Shimano guy. I always have. I always will be. I love Shimano. They make good reels. This one here is the new Vanford, and this is a size 4,000. And the size I use for surf fishing it's going to be around 4,000 or 5,000. I usually get the 4,000. For the 5,000, I do use that too. The one on the Allen surf rod is it's my Stratic. It's my Stratic FL 5000, and this one is a Vanford 4000. And this one on the Fish Eagle is a Ultegra 5,000. And the reason I use a 5,000 is because I spool it with 20 and 30 pound braid line, and I also use it for catching rockfish. So it's kind of nice to have a reel that, you know, serve several species. But for reels, you got to go Shimano. I recommend Shimano. They're just really nice. This one, I'm not sure what the price is. I think it might be, oh, don't quote me. I think it might be 110 or something. The Ultegra. The Stratic FL. It's a really nice one too. I recommend it. Stratic FL, 5,000 XG. Another nice reel. This one comes at, I believe, 250-ish. And then probably my favorite reel of all time, the Vanford. Now this used to be called the CI4 Plus, but for some reason they discontinued that name and went with the Vanford. I'm not sure why. To me the name sounds kind of funny, but anyways, it's even lighter than the CI4 Plus, the previous version. You know, you would think like they couldn't get any better, but this reel, guys, phenomenal reel. It's very durable, very good water seal, and it's very light. Okay, so there it is. Again, I think this is a 30-pound braid because I use it for rock fishing and lingcod as well. So yep, that's about it. So just a recap for rod size, rod length, I use 10-foot salmon rod. For the rod that I recommend would be the Akuma Salilo 10-foot, rated 1/2 ounce, medium light action. It's cheap. You know, you can buy from Amazon, Walmart, Cabela's. It's widely available. And so for the reel, once again, Shimano, size 4,000 to 5,000 is what I use. Now, if you're only using the reel for surf fishing, you can even go down to a size 3,000 and just put like 15-pound braid on there. The reason I use another reason I use a 4 and a 5,000 size is because the spool is bigger. It just lets me spool on more line. All right, so that's about it. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. In the next video, I will do what gear and tackle I use for surf fishing, hooks, line, weight, and so on, okay? So thanks for watching, guys. Have fun fishing. Tight lines.